The band is Jamison.
Yeah.
Our house band here this morning, keeping the energy up and moving. You can come down and be a part of this whole thing. We want to see you here, so come by and see us. We got today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and that is it. And we would like to welcome you in open arms to be a part of this whole thing as we are doing our 25th year of this event, man. Let's have a look at traffic, see how we're doing this morning. Kathy, what you got for us?
We would like to thank MJ Corp Screening and Sign Shops, Spurs Fuel and Heating, Pepsi, Five Below, the Royal Group Mid-Atlantic, Cash Cow Vending, Planet Fitness, Philabundance, and all of the volunteers that are outside this morning and all day long helping us at the campout. We've got an issue on the Platte Bridge, westbound. It was closed for a time. It's at the upside of the bridge. It's now blocking the left lane, this accident. So 26th Street is stopped because of it southbound from the Schuylkill to Penrose Avenue. On the Schuylkill Expressway westbound, you're jammed there at the 30th Street, the Boulevard, out to Belmont, and then again Conshohocken eastbound from the Conshohocken curve into Belmont, and then from the Boulevard to Spring Garden. 95 southbound, heavy from Academy through the bridge on the Vine. Westbound, you're jammed Ben Franklin Parkway to the Schuylkill Expressway. 30 bypass eastbound, slowing 322 to 113, 422 eastbound, backing up Royersford to Collegeville, Trooper to First Avenue, and then we've got an issue in New Jersey on the White Horse Pike, Route 30, both directions at Berman Avenue. We've got an accident, traffic being diverted around it. There's a downhole and down wires. Also 295 southbound, match jam 168 to 42, where the right lane is blocked. This traffic report brought to you by teethkeepers.com. Dental and vision plans for everyone starting at under $8 a month. Teethkeepers.com. Go to teethkeepers.com and enroll today. And that's your traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
Thanks, Matt. So, yes. If you haven't been in our tent here at Camp Out for Hunger, it is voluminous. It is very large. And what no one told me is that we have a scissor lift that we could play with in here. I didn't know we had that thing. There's some work being done on some light rigging and some audio equipment up in the ceiling.
Yeah, they just swapped out some lights, Preston.
They pulled up a scissor lift and cranked it all the way to the roof. Now we have to do something with that. You add height, and you can have some fun with that. So I don't know, we'll figure something out eventually. Real quick, Marissa is out in the audience right now, and what are we doing? We saying hi to somebody? Is that what's up?
Yes.
Casey?
Yeah, I mean, we have a bunch of people.
No, there was somebody in particular. You
The little girl.
I want to say hi to this young lady right here. Oh my gosh,
Let's go over here. Hi, what's your name?
Lucy?
Lucy, you look familiar. Have you been here before? You don't have to look to your parent for that, you know. Anyway, Lucy, how old are you?
I'm 11.
11 years old. Nice. Are you? Oh, today's election day. No school.
Ah, that's awesome.
Many kids down here. That's awesome. Who are you voting for, by the way? Don't worry. Nobody. Yeah, I know, right? That would be illegal.
Yeah.
And did you? What do you have in your hands there?
I have a sign.
What does it say on it?
Go ahead.
She's asking mom permission if she can say it.
Unless you have the F word on it.
Oh, yeah.
It says Casey.
Uh-huh.
I also love ranch dressing on my pizza.
Did you make that for Casey?
Yes.
Oh.
And you're a big ranch dressing fan? Is that the only way you'll eat pizzas, with ranch dressing?
Yes.
Wow.
Where did you hear about it? Putting ranch dressing on your pizza.
I like it.
Okay.
That's all you need to know, old man.
That's all the questions. What are you, a cop? Hey, what school do you go to?
I go to Drexel Hill Middle School.
Nice.
And do you have any brothers or sisters?
No.
All right, you rule the roof. You.
You're the queen.
All right, well, and did you guys donate some food for Camp Out for Hunger?
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. That's right. I forgot the schools are closed.
All right, let's hear it for Lucy.
Yeah. Love Lucy.
Sweetly down. Marissa, you see somebody else? What?
Our sign folks?
I mean, our sign folks back here?
Yeah, we have some people running some
Who wants
signs.
to talk?
Yeah, who's the talking?
Hey, how you doing? I'm Shane.
Hey Shane, how you doing, man?
I'm glad to be here, guys. Glad to be here.
Who are you here with?
I'm here with my girlfriend and my two sisters.
Oh, wonderful. Where are you guys from?
Delco, Chichester.
I used to live in Upper Chi, man.
awesome.
I know the hood. Yeah.
Down cheesesteaks. Let's go.
Yeah. When I was there, the gangs were the T-Towns and the Hoovers. Are they still running around town?
Yeah, they're still there.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's why we left town. No, anyway. No, you guys brought some signs. They are awesome.
Thank you.
Can you tell us what they say on them?
First, I got
Eugene. Right, and then we have.
I have 3 testicles.
There we go.
Yeah.
No! Yeah! That's a beautiful thing. And then they put the signs over, and all 4 of them say, "Sucking on chili dog." You have that song, Casey?
Dude, it's for some reason didn't make the migration over on.
We've got to fix that.
Yeah, when we do live events, we have to take our equipment with us, and sometimes we have to. Not everything makes. I bet you Connor could probably pull it back up.
They have it
So.
at the station.
Anybody guys? Well, thank you for coming down. Did you make a donation?
yeah, we donated cash on the way in.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Great work. And listen, if you want to come down and make signs and wear costumes or whatever, we love that type of thing. It's become kind of a tradition here now.
Yes, absolutely. It's a let's make a deal vibe.
All right, before we move on, there's another tradition I want to talk about that's taking place tomorrow. But before we do that, and I'm excited about this, our friends from QVC are making a donation. Unfortunately, they can't be here in person, so they've asked me to present the
That's an
donation.
honor.
It is an honor. And of course, you know them as a world leader in video commerce, and they're, in West Ocean, and they're in our area. They're Westchester technically, but QVC is massive. And listen, if you've never been and taken a tour of the facility, it's badass, man.
So my wife and I, we got into the QVC thing, ordering, because it's so I'm on board, Kathy, and so it's great. Yeah, when you go down and see the facility, it's sprawling.
So they sent us a statement, and they said, as a resident of the greater Philadelphia area, QVC is a proud sponsor of Camp Out for Hunger, and is so grateful to Phil Abundance for the incredible, important work that they do in our community. And while QVC wasn't able to join us here in person today, they're very excited to announce that they will be making, listen to this, a $50,000 donation. So that's a monster one, and we are beyond excited to add that to the list of donations that we have, and the money that's coming in, which obviously monetary donations are wonderful, and we have a number of them that we're going to recognize today. But 50 grand, man!
And listen, I just purchased from them decorative Christmas lanterns.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Did you get them yet?
the little ones, Kathy, you hang, and they look like little lanterns that we get sprayed around. They're beautiful.
Listen, some of the stuff that they sell is really great.
I love it, yeah.
So thank you to QVC for $50,000 and for getting Casey or Steve his Christmas lanterns.
Warming the heart and hearth.
That is wonderful. All right, so one of the things I want to mention that has become a tradition here for a number of years now at Camp Out for Hunger is our City 6 Pop Shot Challenge, which is going to take place tomorrow morning right here. We have the coaches of the 6 Philadelphia collegiate basketball teams come down and they face off against each other. It's in the name of charity. It's to help stimulate the college campuses to participate in Camp Out for Hunger. And throughout the years, we've had everybody participate, from Temple and Drexel and St. Joe's and Villanova and who am I leaving out?
It's a thing. It has become a thing.
And one of our favorites, in fact, I think he was a three-peat, not in a row, but 3 championships. Jay Wright, was it 2? He definitely won 2.
I'll have to look at the trophy tomorrow.
But Jay has always been an amazing supporter of the event and has always been here. And in fact, so much so, one of the biggest fans of the event was his assistant, Helene Mercanti. She passed away from cancer a few years ago. And when that happened, we decided to name the trophy the Mercanti Cup after her, in honor of her. And so that continues, and that will always continue on. And so,
sweetheart.
Obviously, Jay is he's retired. He's no longer with Villanova. He's not coaching anymore. So while we were sad to see him go, we are ready to bring on the next coach from Villanova, and we were excited to have him down for the first time. But we ran into a little bit of a roadblock, and I can't help but bring this and air this dirty laundry on the air.
I wouldn't say. Our laundry is spotless.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about theirs.
Yeah.
I mean, because Nick was in communication to try to get him out here, and hit a roadblock yesterday that was not only just dismissive, but quite rude. And we're very confused by that because this has been going on for years and years, and we named the cup after a Villanova treasured individual.
Right, an employee and someone who loved the show and we loved, and Jay has been great, and it's always been part of the participation.
The members of Helene's family are going to come out tomorrow because they love the Papa Shot, so the Mercanti family is going to swing by because they just wanted to see the tradition continue.
This is not normally something that we do, but it seems absurd that the school by which one of the beloved employees and friends of the Preston Steve Show, the trophy is named after, at this point is not participating in the Papa Shot.
Are you gonna tell the story, or we?
Well, bottom line is the assistant to the coach hung up on Nick yesterday.
Yeah.
Hung up on it.
Well, and that's what I was gonna say. It was his assistant or whoever this person was. It wasn't him. So
Yeah,
I wasn't
no.
sure if you were gonna pass that on.
No. It wasn't like we directly reached. We were trying to reach out to him, but have hit a roadblock and trying to say, hey, this event's been going on for years and years and years. It's a tradition. Now, how long have we been doing it? At least 10 years, maybe longer.
And it's a cornerstone of the Camp Out for Hunger.
Yeah.
And so to have all of the other coaches gleefully participate and not have the Villanova represented seems at least a bizarre anomaly.
I'm excited because Fran Dunphy's coming back tomorrow. Fran will now have represented 3 different colleges because he's coming back for LaSalle tomorrow, which is awesome. Fran participates every year, at least every year that he's coaching. Casey handles 4 of the local schools. I handle 2. I handle Villanova and LaSalle, and Fran Dunphy signed up right away. And Casey and I have been chatting about this for probably more than a month now.
Well, because, for longer than that, because what we have to do is we have to examine the basketball schedules, the game schedules and stuff like
There's
that.
a lot involved.
And try and figure out which morning works best for all 6 schools' basketball schedules. And so we figured out that tomorrow is the one that works the best. Last year, the Papa Shot actually happened before any of the games actually had started.
That's the way it had to work, yeah.
Games were just started, like there was a game last night, there's games on Friday. So we, a while back, we figured out that today was going to, or tomorrow was going to work the best. And then we try and reach out to the schools to let them know, hey, this is what we're thinking. And by the way, Mark Zumoff, he was our play-by-play guy for the longest time. He committed like right away to doing it. He can't be here tomorrow. He's actually under the knife right now. He's having shoulder surgery.
We wish him the best.
We wish Mark Zumoff the best, but Tom McGinnis is going to come out. And what we found is over the years, it really isn't that hard to respond to our text messages, our emails, our phone calls.
Well, and you're so
like
accommodating, like you said, you're going through their schedules to make it work best for them, and sometimes you've moved it from day to day or times so that it can accommodate all of the coaches.
And a lot of the times we have to go through the handlers, the athletic directors or whatever. But like Zach Spiker, the head coach for Drexel, Steve Donahue, the head coach for UPenn, they get back to me like personally,
Well, Case in Preston, I don't think I'm being overly dramatic when I say, and I think you will agree, some of our favorite moments at the Campout for Hunger have been as a direct result of this competition, which represents the best.
Which is
of
why we
love
keep
about
doing
this
it.
area. All the coaches supporting all each other's charities, all of these wonderful guys who step up all the time, come out to this thing to try to raise food, and that's why we're completely confused about this.
Yeah.
Do we want to call this person out by name?
I don't. But I'll say this. I have been nothing but polite and respectful the entire time. I've emailed, I've called, I've texted, and then yesterday I was not getting a response for the better part of a month. So yesterday I went back over to the hotel and I was just chilling out for a little bit before coming back here last night. I was like, you know what, I'm going to give her a call one more time, try and make this happen. So I called her, and it was my jaw dropped at the end of the conversation.
It was outright rude.
It was rude and dismissive, and then to be hung up on while I'm trying. And Steve, you and I were talking about this a little bit last night. It's not like we're looking for personal favors here.
No.
This is a charity. This is a food drive. This is for Phil Abundance. Everything that we do this entire week is geared towards getting people to come down to participate in order to collect food for people that need it. And to be outright dismissed like that is really jaw-dropping.
Long
And it
story
wasn't
short.
ever in an argument.
No.
He was saying, hey, here's what we're thinking, this is what we're doing, and then she hung up on it.
He's established it was nothing, and as you have it, but the end result is, I think we all agree, it's only appropriate that they be represented because of the history of the Cup and the history of Jay Wright's successes and all that stuff, and we want to make them part of it. So maybe somebody hears this and does something.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, but you know what? If they don't, and they don't want to be involved, it's fine. We'll go on without them.
Well, at least give us a straight answer.
Yeah, don't hang up on somebody. Answer them. Say no. You're not coming.
That was not cool. Not cool at all.
Not cool.
Yeah, man.
So, Kathy, you got hung up on one time, and
Oh, yeah.
I loved your response to that. What did you do?
Yeah, I was telling him last night, Preston, this guy hung up on me. So I had hit his car, and I left a note on his car to say, hey, I'm sorry, I hit your car.
Which half the people wouldn't do to begin with.
Right. And so we went back and forth over text a little bit, and I was trying to determine with my insurance company if I was going to go through insurance, if it was worth doing that, or if I was just writing a check. It wasn't a bad accident, I sideswiped him a little bit, or if I was just going to write a check and hand it over. But I was talking to my insurance agent, so it was about 24 hours until I got back to the guy about what we were doing. In the meantime, he called me, and he goes, I just want to let you know, I know where you live. And I know your license plate number.
What?
And I know your phone number. And then he hangs up on me, right? So I call him back, and he answers. He's like, "Hello." I go, something must have happened with your phone. It hung up by accident. What were you saying?
Nice.
And he goes, I was just wondering what was happening with the check. And I go, okay, I'm going to figure it out with my insurance company today, and then I'll either mail you the check or they'll contact you.
I see, that's where I would go, no, you weren't. You were calling up to threaten me, and it's recorded. Dumbass.
People. All right. Well, anyhow, we have maybe the City 5 Challenge tomorrow.
But it's happening.
Well, we'll call it the Big Five.
The Big 5 Challenge. So, but that's going to happen here tomorrow morning in our tent, and it'd be nice if Villanova was represented, but we don't hear about them.
Yeah.
Apparently, for whatever reason. All right. Anyhow, we got a couple of minutes here, and I did notice a few.
You notice things?
This morning.
Love the notice.
Where's your man?
It's time for the campout edition of the
even notice her, and I even have my effect.
I didn't bring my mask.
You son of a bitch.
I know. Hang on.
There we go. That's not troubling.
I got a cramp in my arm doing that. The mask. All right, anyway.
I noticed the noticeable rupture in his eyes.
All right, so apparently bass gets more butts on the dance floor.
Of course.
A McMaster University study demonstrated that we react to the beat even if we don't hear it. The study involved speakers that produce frequencies undetectable to the human ear.
Like the six stick?
Yes, the six stick.
So it's not the detectable bass? It's ones that we don't even...
It's all about the bass, Ken.
No trouble.
No.
Participants attending a Live Lab concert were given motion sensing headbands and were asked to fill out a survey afterwards. Researchers would play bass beats on the, quote, silent speakers every 2 minutes through the concert. When the imperceptible bass went on, concert goers moved 11.8% more.
So there's a sub-sonic frequency that they will employ and have employed in horror movies. And one movie they did use that in was Paranormal Activity.
To make you feel uncomfortable.
To make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's like, in early films, and in fact, I think it was Steamboat Willie, the original Disney, the way that audio is recorded would make people nauseous and feel vertigo and uncomfortable. It's got kind of this whoop, 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 whoop type of sensation.
Right.
That's almost Bill Weston. There you go. But you're right about that. They can use these unperceived or non-perceived frequencies that can make you feel.
Do you know what's similar? And it's not that, but if you ever have your windows open, you get that.
Yeah, you can't roll down one window.
Right.
You have to crack at least another one, and it can it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know. So when the imperceptible bass was on, like I said,
it's all about the imperceptible bass.
People moved 11.8% more than they did before. This suggests that participants felt the bass instead of actually hearing the bass.
Do they slap with the bass?
Scientist and drummer Daniel Cameron said music that makes people want to move tends to have more low frequency sound, and bass instruments typically provide the musical pulse that people dance to.
We have a bass ready to be slapped right behind you.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
You want to slap in that bass?
Yeah, give us a little.
Turn up a little bit. Play, you were playing Higher Ground earlier from Chili Peppers. Give us a little bit of that if you wouldn't mind, because that was pretty badass. Yeah. Give us that Higher Ground. Go for it. Yeah.
I love that.
All right, and by the way, we did, there was a study a while back that said that by far the most important instrument in live music is the bass.
Yes.
And
there we go. He's put in for a raise.
And the bass player usually gets the fun end of the deal for some reason or another. Shot of vodka? All right, there you go.
The long-time joke used to be Preston. Who's that guy who travels with the band? The drummer.
Totally. Yeah, exactly. And by the way, Anthony is the bass player in Jamison. He's the one who was playing that live just now.
Yes.
So, it is indeed all about that bass.
Yes.
All right, I noticed some other things. How about this? We'll go to this story. If extraterrestrial life sent us a message tomorrow, how would humanity respond? Well, according to research, no, we do not know yet, and that's a problem. And that's why, for the first time in 35 years, a team of policy experts and scientists have united to establish a set of alien contact protocols for the entire world to follow in the event of a sudden encounter with ET.
Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about this and how absurdly difficult it would be. I mean, you've got that movie. Contact, right? Was it not Contact? First, Arrival.
Right. Yeah.
That deals completely with this, having to find a common language.
Yep. John Elliott, a computer scientist at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland, said science fiction is awash with explorations of the impact on human society following discovery of and even encounters with life or intelligence elsewhere. He is the coordinator of the University of St. Andrews' newly established SETI Detection Hub, the cross-disciplinary organization that will establish the new alien contact protocol. The new research group will go beyond thinking about the impact on humanity of a potential alien encounter and start focusing on how we should respond instead.
Well, you remember in Close Encounters they used music.
Yes.
Tones.
Currently, the only alien contact protocol that humans have was established by the SETI community in 1989. The protocol, which was last revised more than a decade ago, is vague when it comes to the international response to extraterrestrial communication. It mainly focuses on the importance of sharing discoveries with the public and broader scientific community. In the event of confirmed alien contact, the protocol's main practical tip for scientists is to seek instruction from the United Nations or another governing body. What the United Nations should do is another...
I know exactly what they should do.
What?
Add anal probe to the emoji code.
Oh?
Yeah.
Okay. And just use that.
Sure, there you go.
The emoji, show it to them, they'll see what it's about. Rather than focusing on sending messages to aliens, the new SETI detection hub will scan signals for potential messages sent from alien life forms and will develop a framework for attaching meaning to those signals.
There's a lot of sound generated that they bring in from the actual sound of the universe. They can interpolate things like the sound they believe was emitted during the Big Bang. So it's out there. It's just but again, we go back to that thing. Stephen Hawking and a lot of these guys have been kind of terrified to put too much information out for fear that you don't know. Of course, we'll contact the Klingons first, and they'll come and dominate.
But I mean, all these radio signals that are strong enough to go out into space now, and it's out there. Everything's out there. All these political ads we've been seeing,
They're going out.
They're out there.
But it's counted with us.
Yes.
And the birthdays.
And the birthdays. So they're also going to create impact assessments, deliver reports that outline the implications of specific policies, and develop protocols and treatises for responding
They're a new breakfast treat.
to hypothetical alien messengers.
Hey, okay, so our radio signals go out into space?
They go out into space.
So there's potentially aliens out there that are huge fans of the president?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I hope they have multiple suction cups.
In fact, call in now if you're an alien and you listen to the President's TV show and have been for a while. We'd love to hear it.
If I had the high pitch, I would be all over this.
We don't have that?
We don't have it.
That's all right. All right, one other thing. I know we got to wrap up. We're already running way over on time, but I noticed one more thing. I don't want to notice two things.
No, sometimes you get notice burns.
This is a quickie. Apple is working on changing how the Siri voice assistant works. Currently, and I know I'll probably activate your phone right now, but you have to say, "Hey Siri." Actually, it should be only mine that works. To activate the assistant hands-free, but that may not be the case for much longer. Apple engineers are working on dropping the "Hey" part of the phrase, and that means you only have to say Siri, followed by a command to activate the assistant.
Repeat that, if you would.
Yeah, so I know Ronnie was talking to you.
He says he thinks you're cute.
Is that what he said?
Ronnie,
So, I don't know how to feel about that. I'm impressed.
Can you introduce me?
No, but they're going to drop the "Hey" part of "Hey Siri."
Okay.
So you don't have to say "Hey Siri."
I think Hay's a little bit more informal than command.
No, you won't have to say "Command Siri."
What about, but you have to say Siri.
Yeah, you'll have to say that rather than "Hey Siri."
Right.
You know how I don't even want to say Alexa because it's gonna activate yours as well. But you just say that name and it activates, and the same thing will happen with Siri. Hopefully, they're going to do that.
Do you know, it's funny, in my bedroom I have two of the units. I have one that's connected to the Amazon Fire Cube, and then I have my stereo Alexa speakers. So I will ask for a notification. It'll say from Amazon, and my other box will answer
it?
Yeah, so they can't distinguish quite yet.
Well, it is getting a little confusing. Like I have to think before I talk to Siri or Alexa.
Yeah. Do you ever have units?
What is it?
Do you ever have units in the house say, "Is this the device you wanted to respond to the phone?"
Well, so I have a couple in the house also, and there's one in Jace's room that he likes to listen to music on, and he has like a little camera on his. And sometimes he'll talk to that one, but downstairs we'll start playing the music.
Oh, yeah, me too. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
But I'm like,
and a completely different style and type of music than when I was thinking of like, hey, play 80s music or whatever. And then I'll go in to another room where we've got the
Playing Zulu tribal music.
Yeah, he's playing Zanfir, the man. You know, I don't know how that happened.
I don't use Siri. I don't use an Amazon Echo thingy. I don't do talk to text. Have you like when I try to do talk, I can't talk. I'm like,
I forget what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you gotta get the rhythm of it. You gotta do it a bunch of times before it becomes a little bit more natural. But I will do, and I'll stop in the middle and go, make sure that you leave a message to, and then I'm gonna forget what I'm saying. A person who you want to keep talking because I stop, and Siri will go, that's the end of the message. I know, it's confusing.
I've gotten I'm really good at it, and even putting in the punctuation marks.
Yeah.
But you're right, there should be something, a particular word, or maybe you do like a chicken fart or something to indicate you're pausing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, especially if you're dictating a lengthy message.
Yes.
well, if you just say, that should be enough for Siri to go, okay, well,
Says you.
Yeah.
Well, hang on for a moment.
I'm gonna hang on for a second while you idiot remember what you want to do.
You're making no sense. You sound so stupid. Can't you put a cohesive thought together? Dumbass.
What were you saying?
Then there's the where you can record a message and send that through a text, which I have a friend who does that all the time. And so I was trying to respond to her, but I'm used to the voice to text, so I was talking, and I just and a period. Hello.
Oh, while you're recording your
Yes.
voice.
And I was like, wait, I can't send this to
You
her.
need to have some sort of method where you can talk directly to the person through the device.
Like the next step.
You mean like a phone? That's
A
it.
phone.
All right, that's all I have time. So there's think about dropping the hey part of Siri.
All right.
That's all I have time to notice. But I did notice her. Thank you. Notice her. Thank you. I want to point out that our live music stage, which Jamison is playing on today, is sponsored by the Philadelphia Pretzel Factory.
Ooh, we love that.
And we do, and we have the president of Philadelphia Pretzel Factory, Marty Farrell, is here. Marty, it's good to see you again.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so were you going to play music for us?
We were supposed to.
Yeah, we had a
never
special.
got- Yeah.
We selected a song to honor you last night.
Yeah.
These guys.
We don't have it.
Shuttleworth should have it. Just play that Steely Dan for us, bro.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Pretzel Logic. There you go. Wanted to play that for you. But yes, thank you for sponsoring the stage and all that you've done. And we are just huge fans of your. How many locations now do you guys have?
We have 170 stores operating across the country at this point.
Wow. What is the furthest from Philadelphia? Any idea?
Furthest is Missouri.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Baldwin, Missouri.
Baldwin, Missouri?
Baldwin, Missouri, yeah.
Oh, Baldwin. Okay. Yeah. I'm from St. Louis, so I know that area. So.
We're close to St. Louis.
All right, yeah, absolutely. Congratulations on all the success, man.
We appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I can't go to one single 5K event without giant boxes of Philly Pretzel Factory pretzels there.
It's great to have a product that people like.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you're also the full just displays besides just the regular the pretzels and the little nuggets and all that stuff. I have to ask. So at your locations, is that just the natural smell that's pumping out, or is it helped along? Because it's so seductive, I can't pass by without pulling in my in proximity.
It's not any artificial flavor. Ovens are baking the pretzels fresh every day in the stores.
It's working.
Yeah, I appreciate
You know,
it.
do you put fans out there to push it outside?
Not a bad idea. You guys might be onto something.
Yeah.
No, I can't help it. Whenever I go in there, I don't get pretzels. I get the spicy sausage pretzel dog.
Yeah.
It is delicious. Yeah, people agree with me.
Yes.
Thank you.
That and I have a cup of the honey mustard every morning before work. It's so good. It's so fantastic. But listen, enough about us going on about you. But
We're basically asking, did you bring pretzels?
yeah, did you bring pretzels?
Unfortunately, not. I know. I feel so bad. I was driving in this morning and said I can't.
Wait, what job?
No, you're going to be here tomorrow night, though. So food trucks and farmers, they're really
We are going to have pretzels here during the week.
You were on this ice this thin.
But nonetheless, you're here for a donation, right, Marty?
We are, and listen, I just want to thank you guys for putting this all together. It's 25 years. You guys are doing incredible work. I mean, people, to be serious for a second, I mean, food scarcity is a real thing, and you guys do an amazing job. I mean, it's millions, literally millions of people are thankful to you guys for food. I was talking to somebody from Phil Abundance right before coming on here, and it's 135,000 people a day that need food in the city of Philadelphia. I mean, it's an amazing number when you think about it, and the work you guys do is incredible. To
to make sure people have food. So just applaud and thank you guys for all the hard work you guys do.
You're very kind, and we're always quick to say it's these people and all the people. We provide the location, but that everyone comes out like yourself and the companies and the individual donors that makes it work. Preston was making a big point of that early on yesterday morning about how it is those, you say, oh, how can I match that? How can my donation mean anything? And we always say to the family that's going to eat that food, it means everything. So it's the fact that we live in an area where people are so generous is amazing.
Yeah, well, you guys are the conduit to it, though. I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, it wouldn't happen. So, again, we are making a donation of £15,000. If you have one other way, if people want to support, I know we have great fans of Philly Pretzel Factory, if they want to support, they can go to one of our stores, and there's going to be a poster in the stores with a little QR code that they can scan on their phone and just make a quick donation directly to Philip Bundy.
Oh, that's amazing.
We're doing that as well.
Wonderful.
And just look at the QR code. Yes. All right, excellent.
Excellent, Marty. Thank you for the love and all the support, and we'll see you at food trucks and fireworks tomorrow night.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that.
The president of Philly Pretzel Maker, Marty Firo, who is with us from this hour is sponsored by Philly Pretzel Factory, where better gets made. So we thank them for that and for sponsoring our music stage, of which I'm going to fire up again because we need to take a break.
Yes.
We still got the Bizarre File coming up. G-Love is going to be here live this morning.
keeps dragging on. Well, I hear the train rolling on down the side. Well, when I was younger, my mama told me so. Don't be good, but don't never let it down. I got made up just for a while this time. Well, I hear the train rolling. But I hear the six changing from the man's dying. I was drinking coffee and smoking me stop, but I know I had it coming. I know I can't see. Well, that train is moving. Whoa! I was a young boy, I played this too long. Was so low down around here, and I had no way to moan. I just seen up the line there, and you said it all. I guess I'm dying, so please leave me alone. Road again. I just can't make it on the road again. Now I love the music of my friend. I can't make it on the road again. On the road again. Those places I've never been. Singing songs that I may never sing again. I can't make it on the road again. On the road again. I'm down to see going my way. You're the best friend. Sees me and the world be going our way. Going our way. On the road again. I just can't make it on the road again. I love this baby, music with my friend. I can't wait it on the road again. Then I hear the train rolling. I see the sunshine. I know when I start to pretend. Time to drag it on. Well, I hear the train rolling. But now it's saying no.
Xfinity Live, there's Jamison, our house. Frank and the gang, we appreciate them being here every year. They're an amazing band. I'll tell you about some gigs they have coming up in a little bit that you can go see them at, but come and see them live here if you have a chance. Because they're playing in our breaks and keeping the energy up. It's a wonderful thing. We have a few things going on. First and foremost, let's take a look at traffic, see how we are doing there. Kath, what's going on this morning?
Well, first we want to thank Nebo Bakeries USA, Comcast Spectacor, and the Philadelphia Flyers, Campbell's Chunky Soup, White Horse RV Center, Original Beverage, and Acme Markets all helping us out at the campout. An accident cleared off 295 southbound and is still jammed from 561 to the 42 freeway, but it is gone. The White Horse Pike, both directions are being affected at Route 50, Philadelphia Avenue, and that is because of down pole and down wires from an earlier accident. 55 northbound dams north of Deptford to the 42 freeway, 42 north, slowing 41 to 295. Schuylkill Lake Expressway eastbound slows 202 into Belmont, heavy to Boulevard to Spring Garden, westbound Bear Avenue to 30th Street Boulevard to Belmont, and then Anaconcha-Hoffman, 95 southbound heavy from Academy into Bridge. Once you get to the line westbound, that's Jamison Lane, and then on 422 eastbound, slowing from Millbridge to Collegeville, Oaks to First Avenue. This traffic report brought to you by Whole Foods Market, prime number C, on 365 by Whole Foods Market, organic frozen whole turkey, just $2.49 per pound through December 31st, while supplies last. Shop in store or online to supply. And that's your traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
Kathy Romano, graphic reporter. So exciting. Hey, I just want you guys to know that our friends from Wawa are supplying breakfast for you. I saw people walking around with the sizzlies and all, so enjoy. If you're coming down, you don't leave with an empty stomach. Not unlike donating to the Camp Out the Hunger and people getting fed, we're going to feed you while you come by here, too.
It's only fair. You're being generous, we want to be generous back to you.
And by the way, volunteers and donors today, courtesy of Wawa, you get 10% off of Wawa catering through the holidays with the promo code GATHER10.
Nice.
And you can go to wawacatering.com. So we thank those guys for being here today. And also, Duncan is offering up a coffee for you when you stop by. There's other free things, like, Skelly's Amusement, the rides are taking place. You can participate in that. And, there's going to be a Flyers pep rally today. Nick, did you say it's around 4:30? 4:30? Okay.
4:30 to about 5:30. Gritty's going to be here, and we are going to have tickets to give away for the game on Saturday against Claude Giroux and the Ottawa Senators.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, no, sorry. I was going to say something else. So
No.
Flyers. Oh, before we move on, so last night, after we left, Nick and I went back to the hotel, and we had a glass of wine before we went and made love. But no, we had a glass of wine at the bar, and this guy came down and he sat.
I was so drunk.
They were generous pours. But this guy came down and sat next to us and didn't really say anything. He was just kind of sitting there, and then Nick jumped on the phone, so I ended up talking to him. We all ended up in a conversation, but his name is Bob. He's from Pottstown, and he donates the entire week. He comes out here, he works outside the entire week. He takes off, he goes to the hotel, he gets a hotel room so that he can come down here and volunteer. And he's been doing it since we were at Plymouth Meeting.
That's
amazing.
That's wonderful. And the whole spirit of this has been since it's our 25th anniversary. We had people who were here yesterday from Y100 at the absolute beginning of this.
Yeah.
There have been people who have made this in an incredibly selfless gesture, part of a thing that they do every year. So that's why
He was showing us pictures of his daughter meeting the Hooters back in Plymouth Meeting, 2008, 2009, whenever that was. And then she was at the Hooters show at the Keswick the other night when Pierre introduced them. And I think she's like 40 now or whatever, but it's become like a family affair. They've been coming for a long time.
Yeah,
It's like Captain Dale had done this for a number of years
Right,
as well.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to thank Bob. We got to talk to him. He was a really nice guy.
And by the way, if you guys are going to drink, please let me know.
Yeah.
I drank by myself in my room last night. And I sat.
In my room and ate a bag of goldfish.
And if you're going to
By myself.
and if you're going to screw, I just want to watch.
Yeah.
I don't have to participate,
Yes.
But let me know.
Okay, all right. We'll do that on
Sorry, if you're going to do that here, you need to take that up to your room.
It was a good 15, 20 seconds of entertainment.
Yeah.
By the way, yesterday in the hotel lobby, Casey saw Charlie Mann.
I did too.
Yeah.
I was hanging out there.
Yeah, I chatted and he ended up FaceTiming my girlfriend because she loves him so much.
Dude, he looked like he was going fishing or something.
Oh, really?
He looked like a farmer. Just sitting there like a good old boy on his phone. He was by himself.
I mean, honestly, if you called Missy now, because I was talking to his wife as well, and she seemed very intrigued by what was going on.
You want me to call her?
I think they would come here. I think they would.
I bet you Missy will return my phone call.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, you were talking about 3 things at the camp out, like the coffee from Duncan and stuff. But so we had our Y100 reunion yesterday.
Oh, yes.
And Josh T. Landau brought by hundreds of Sonic Session CDs.
So let me explain that to people who don't know what Sonic Session is. At Y100, we would go to Sonic Recording Studio, which was on Delaware Avenue at the time, and bands would come in town, and they would perform live there. We would record it, we'd bring in a live audience, and then we would put out a CD. We'd take a select cut or 2 from those, and we made a series of 8 or 10 CDs with the artists on there doing live performances. And so it's really cool.
Yeah,
we had
it's
a lot
great
of stuff
stuff.
over. So he brought by hundreds of them, and while they last, when you come by here and donate, you can get one. And there's Casey Randolph, some of the artists that are on.
Well, so and I also brought a box of not only it's a Sonic Session Volume 8, but it's also the bonus Kill Casey DVD.
Right, we
as
did the
well.
stunts, yeah.
But yeah, on Sonic Session 8, which I think might be the last one we put out, Dashboard Confessional, Jet, Rancid, The Strokes, Chevelle, Franz Ferdinand, Yellow Card, Breaking Benjamin, Iggy Pop, The Darkness, Phantom Planet, Hot Hot Heat, Lost Prophets, and Thursday.
And some of the other ones were like Weezer and Fish and Garbage, and I think Dave Matthews even did. Did he do one?
Yeah, he did. Don't Drink the Water, I believe, was the one that they put out. And then Incubus was another one.
Yeah, so
Good
come
stuff
out.
is here. Yes.
Donate and grab those.
We want
Then go buy a CD player that you can play with.
We want you to come out and be a part of this because, again, as we say, we're back. We're full. We have the full audience here and stuff going on all week. So if you've never been, we want to see you. And if you've been a number of times, we want to reunite with you.
Absolutely. Okay, we have a donation.
Let's do it.
And now we've gotten our ducks in a row. We have some music that we're going to play for a donator because she is here representing Scoffer, Glove, and Safety. Hit it, Ryan. Safety Dan. Love it. We would like to welcome Katie Stopper is here. Kelly Stopper.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You'll always be Katie.
That works too. Yes.
Sorry.
Congratulations on your 25 years, you guys.
Thank you.
You absolutely rock.
Thank you. And by the way, reading a little bit about you, Kelly, you're a fifth generation co-owner of the company.
I am fifth generation co-owner. We've been in business since 1907, 115 years, and all 5 of my family members in the fifth generation are in the business with me.
That's fantastic. I love that.
So we're excited.
Where are you out of?
Before we hear, about your donation, where are you out of, first of all?
Yeah, no problem. We're out of Red Hill, Pennsylvania, which is about an hour north of Philadelphia, and we have 9 locations spread out across the United States. So we service the whole U.S.
For all those years, you've been employing people and keeping people going and having a family
keeping
on
people
another.
safe all over the world. So if you're using safety products, please look us up online. We're at stoffersafety.com. We want to protect you.
Yeah, and the stuff is great. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's spelled STAUFFER.
Correct.
That out. Excellent. And so you guys have collected and gotten a donation, and you want to present that today?
We did. We gave our donation. We think you guys are awesome. We're happy for what you're doing out here. Thank you for supporting the community. We've also donated some gloves down here, so all your workers out there are protected as well. So thank you.
I've got the total here if you don't know what it is. Do you know?
Do you want to say it in pounds? Or
Yeah, I've got 22,500 pounds. So 11 tons load. And then 25 years ago, we tried to get 1 ton, and they just came and knocked out. They gave it 11 times what we did in 1 week. That's awesome. 25 years ago. That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Kelly. We appreciate the support.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. Have a good one.
Kelly Stoffer, ladies and gentlemen, from Stoffer. Safety. It's a beautiful thing. All right, I have a question. We're going to do the bizarre file. Before we go into it, did they fix our little issue outside? Do we know about that yet?
No.
Okay.
Marissa might. No.
I saw her jumping.
Did they fix that out there? Did they fix our? Yes. It's
Oh.
fixed. We're gonna head outside the tent in a little while, and we haven't figured out exactly.
Well,
we've got a stunty thing we're going to do. And Casey, who's very athletic, by the way, he gets out, he rides, runs, exercises, all this stuff. He cycles. He did this thing. He goes, I don't think I have
that in me. I don't have the agility to even be like remotely successful. You know what I mean? Like I need to have I feel like a 2% chance at success.
Just
I don't have that.
Nothing.
No.
All right.
My legs are so clunky and heavy.
Well, we'll see how muscular. We'll see how we can step up and get this done.
I think Kyle might be able to do it.
Kyle says he can do it.
Kyle has that read.
Marissa's going to do it.
Right. And they're the same height.
Hang on, Marissa White. I don't know if that mic's on. I don't think it is, but.
Kyle's gonna do it. Kyle I was like 6'2". I'm 5 foot.
Yeah, but you're wiry.
Yeah.
You're like a squirrel.
It's like a little meerkat.
Yeah. What does your meerkat sound like?
Like that.
That's it. You got it.
All right.
Are you squirrels?
Are you gonna try it, Nick?
If Casey can't do it, how the hell am I gonna do it?
All right, we may team politics. I don't know.
I mean, it's also just fun to fall on it.
That's coming up in the next segment. We'll get to that in a moment. In the meantime, we need to do the bizarre file. Ryan Shuttleworth, hit it, please.
WMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
All right, this morning it is brought to you by Campbell's Chunky Sacks Hunger, proud sponsor of Camp Out for Hunger. You team up with Chunky and this year's Soup Squad to help sack hunger in our community. All right, we'll start with this. When Herbert Zia needed to run some errands in Sydney, Australia, he didn't think twice about leaving his car on a nearby residential street. Parked the vehicle, a rental no less, for just 15 minutes before returning to its side. He was shocked to discover that a giant sofa had smashed in his windshield, seemingly having appeared out of nowhere.
Those things are wild over there, right?
Yes, they run wild in Australia, Steve. Sofas of the
Those
place.
herds of sofas running across.
So his Toyota was left badly damaged in the bizarre incident. Police are investigating and have suggested the sofa may have been hurled from a nearby balcony during a party. The picture's hilarious. I mean, It's just caved in the entire roof of the car. And he said, I have no words for this incident, but I feel very lucky. The sofa reportedly...
I just got a sofa.
Plummeted through some nearby trees on its path to his car. Pictures show the car completely smashed with the sofa still on top of it with leaves scattered on the hood.
Nick, I don't know about you, but when we were moving out in college, rather than carrying the sofa all the way down the steps, we just chucked it out the window.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah. We made sure that there weren't any cars or people building
But also,
but
it get left behind.
yeah.
You know, you would inherit somebody's sofa from the year before.
Was that something you did? You went in and cleared out? I'm sorry, Kathy. People go in and clear out after the dorms are evacuated.
Yeah, but sofas are pain in the end. You gotta pivot. You gotta leave those sofas behind.
Yep. All right, an 8-year-old boy in India killed a cobra that had wrapped itself around his arm and sank its fangs into his skin by biting it back. In a miraculous tale of survival.
You little maniac.
The boy, known only as Deepak, was attacked by the snake. On Monday, the cobra latched onto him while he was playing outside his family home and wound its body around his arm before rearing back and biting down to eject its deadly poison. Fighting through the pain, Deepak furiously shook his arm but couldn't release the reptile, at which point he decided to give the attacker a taste of his own medicine and viciously sank his own teeth into its body, successfully killing the animal.
Wow.
He said, the snake got wrapped around my hand and bit me. I was in great pain. I bit it hard twice, and it all happened in a flash. Now, snake bites are exceedingly common in India. A study published last week revealed that more than 85% of snake bite deaths recorded in the world in 2019 occurred there.
What better reason to go to India?
So, fearing for his life in the aftermath of the bite, the boy's parents rushed him to a hospital. He was kept under observation, and they ensured he would recover successfully. An examination of his injury led to discover that he had sustained what is called a dry bite, meaning the cobra didn't release any venom into him.
That's pretty much unheard of.
He didn't show any symptoms.
Maybe the snake had a vasectomy.
And recovered fast. Owing to the dry bite, when the poisonous snake strikes but no venom is released. So dry bites are often administered by adult snakes who have full control over the deployment of venom from their glands.
So you're saying snakes drove by in a car?
No, not a drive-by, a dry bite.
Oh!
Snakes.
Oh.
Go break yourself, fool.
The dry bites are often delivered when the snake is trying to warn or scare off animals rather than kill them. So this kid got really...
And don't they also spit as well, do they not?
I
Spitting cobra?
Sometimes do, yeah.
But I actually heard that like baby rattlesnakes are actually more deadly than adult rattlesnakes because two things. I think their venom is more concentrated, and B, they don't know when to like stop humping.
They're stupid.
Yeah, they can't control it. A deer got loose in the J.C. Penney store at the Park City Center Mall in Lancaster on Thursday.
Would have been a problem for me.
Causing the
I
store
keep my shoes on.
to temporarily close down. An employee told the news outlet that the deer entered the mall through a door near the mall's Qdoba restaurant before making its way into the nearby J.C. Penney.
They should have immediately rolled over to a promotion, their big bucks giveaway. Right? That's, you gotta think. Gotta think how you see.
You'll save a lot of dough.
Yeah.
Come on.
But you can't have both. You
I
gotta
liked
have-
it.
Yeah. You gotta have the buck or the dove.
All right. People inside the store that the deer had made its way into said that deer made its way into the dressing rooms. Mall employees called the Pennsylvania Game Commission, who managed to get the deer out of the store. Does this make me look like a slow? No, you look beautiful. All right, and then we'll end with this one. A former Wisconsin nurse is facing felony charges after she amputated a dying patient's foot without orders from a doctor. What? Yeah, it's a nurse that did this, not a doctor.
Now I've got to die with one foot.
Mary Kay Brown, a former hospice nurse who was responsible for taking care of the victim at Spring Valley Health and Rehab Center in Wisconsin, was charged with physical abuse of an elder person, intentionally creating great bodily harm and mayhem.
Since you're dying, can I cut off one of your feet?
The dying patient who was under Brown's care had severe frostbite on both of her feet and was admitted to the nursing home and was believed to be close to death toward the end of May. Brown amputated the dying patient's right foot, which was only being held on by some skin and a couple of tendons on May 27th, despite not having permission from the doctor or being asked by the patient.
I think you should at least be involved in any amputation.
Brown admitted to police officials that she amputated the patient's foot to make him more comfortable.
Yeah.
A nurse who witnessed the amputation told police officials that the patient gripped her hand tight and moaned during the procedure. Another nurse who spoke with the patient after the procedure said he told her that it hurt and he felt everything during the operation.
Oh my God.
According to a local news outlet, another nurse told police that the amputation was done poorly. The nurse also told the outlet that Brown mentioned that her family had a taxidermy shop where she said she intended to preserve the foot and put it on display with a sign that reads, "Wear your boots, kids."
Oh my God.
This actually happened.
I can do this. My dad repairs TVs.
So the administrator of the facility said, "We have and will continue to fully cooperate with the investigation into this matter."
You know, that's the amount of like bizarre like abuse like that in certain facilities and hospitals. It's horrible.
Oh, I know.
With elder abuse.
All right, and there you go. That is what I have in the bizarre file for you this morning. A couple of quick mentions before we take a quick break. Part of the Bimbo Bakeries USA broadcast 10th sponsorship does include from Bimbo a donation from one of their brands, and today it is 250 packages of ballpark hamburger buns and 250 packages of ballpark hot dog buns. America's favorite ballpark buns and rolls are always fresh baked, always soft and delicious, and never fall apart. Now, while we here do not collect perishable food items, when a bulk donation is arranged ahead of time with Phil Abundance, they distribute them immediately. So Bimbo has stepped up and done that. They do that each and every day. They do a big donation of perishable food items.
I'm not saying this for any selfish reasons, but will there be a Bimbo representative here?
Every year, Steve, I find out new brands that they have under the Bimbo. I didn't know they did ballpark.
Oh, they do ballpark, and their artisan breads are sensational.
Entenmann's?
And you know what? Entenmann's. Oh my God, my favorite chocolate chip.
They'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah! Beautiful thing. So with that, we are going to take a break. We are going to try to do this thing outside. We use the word try.
You can watch on the live stream, Preston, or watch for breaking news when the ambulances go off.
We will attempt this in just a little bit. So we'll take a break. We'll come back in a second.
got to stop. Tell him, take no more. She practices her speech as he opens the door. She rolls over, pretends to sleep as he looks her over. She lies and says she's in love and can't find a better man. She dreams in girl, she dreams in love. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man.
Jamison on our Village Music Stage. They're amazing. They're a wonderful band. We're so delighted to have them back again this year.
They're terrific.
And they're happy to be back and glad that we're having live bands again this year. It's all in full form now.
This is the full camp out. You remember it. If you've never been here, you got to come down and experience it.
Yep, and we're going to head outside in just a moment. Let's take a look at traffic though and see what's happening at this point in time. And Kathy, what do you have for us?
Thank you for helping us in the camp out. We want to list a few people: Keen Compressed Gas, Precision Solutions, Duncan, Shore Microphones, Xfinity Live, Victory Brewing Company, Mayfair Fence, and the Keystone Mountain Lakes Regional Council of Carpenters, Local 158. New Jersey Turnpike southbound, an overturned tractor trailer has the off-ramp at Burlington Mount Holly, exit 5, closed. The White Horse Pike, both directions, still closed with down pole and down wires. And this is at Route 50, Philadelphia Avenue. It's from an earlier accident that happened this morning, 55 northbound, heading from Deptford to the 42 freeway. We've got another accident.
how you could fully clear that thing. It would be impossible.
Well, and then
unless you were an Olympic athlete.
And then you might go to plan, and then you have Kyle flying at you with his knee in your ribs.
Yep, it happens.
Marissa, you did a great job.
But Betty's, Casey, they have all kinds of stuff like that. You can rent.
Yeah, you know what? Go to the website. You'll see exactly. I mean, they have. It looks like hundreds of different inflatable bounce houses, and so if you go to Betty's Bounces, which is BETTES, bounces.com. You can see exactly what they have. I mean, they have.
You say they're in Aston?
So the rental companies in Homes.
Yeah.
The place that you can party rental place. That's in Aston on Dutton Mill Road.
Yep.
Basically right by Sun Valley and Northleaf. But they have arcade games, bounces, obstacle courses, interactive games, dry slides, wet slides, rides, carnival games, mazes, concession stands, all sorts of stuff. Like
You showed me the one that was the 8-person version of that.
Yeah.
So it has arms on both sides.
Correct. Yeah, and that you have to duck and jump through the whole thing.
I'm glad we didn't do that one. I tried to last minute change it to that.
Yeah, no, this was more than enough.
Wow.
Jesus.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Oh my God.
Part of me wants to try it, but I just know, dude, I'll re-injure my shoulder. I'll mess something up.
Well, you know,
I don't wanna do it.
even as padded as it is, I mean that's formidable. That's difficult.
Yep.
It's fun, but it's difficult.
Yeah. If Charlie Manuel comes by, let's see if he'll
Go ahead and do it. Yeah.
It's at the ballpark right now, so they're going to try and swing by right
Oh,
after.
nice.
That's awesome. And I saw backstage, I saw him walking around there. G-Love is here.
Ah.
So we're going to get him out to play in just a little
It's
bit.
the first time he's seen the morning sun in like 17 years.
It's not his jam.
All right, so do you think we should take a break and come back and reset? I might get up and...
Oh, you know what? No, we have Tito's is here.
Yes! We're going to do that now.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. We are happy to do that. So do we have a piece of music to
We
accompany?
do, as a matter of
And
fact.
who's running that? Is it Ryan?
Ryan's got it back in the store.
Ryan, do you have our music ready for Tito's? Here we go. Play it if you will. All right, so we have the state manager of Pennsylvania and Delaware for Tito's Handmade Vodka, Mr. Adam Foreman. Yeah, nice to see you, Adam. Yep, he's the vodka man, the bass player in Jamison. And you have a massive fan in Marissa Magnotta. I don't know if you knew that or not. She's
I was told, brother, I'll get to that.
die-hard Tito's.
She might need some after what we just did to her.
It's actually the only vodka my sister drinks as well.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I've never had it because I don't drink, but so no offense to you, but I just hear nothing but great things about Tito's.
Well, it's a really good vodka, but the real thing about it is it's got a great story, right? And it's an Eastern spirit. People forget about what it's done. It's charity, both locally and nationally. So we're proud of that as well. People really gravitate towards it.
That's fantastic. By the way, what's your favorite thing to what's your favorite cocktail to make with Tito's? Do you have one?
I do.
What is
It's
it?
a martini up with a twist.
Oh, just a little more straight up.
It's
All right.
simple, right?
Yeah.
Getting big into espresso martinis, but it's hard to make at home.
Is that the trendy thing, the espresso martinis?
It's a trendy
I see that all over the place.
So now the first mistake I made at like 9 o'clock with my wife one night, we had 2 of them, and then 3 o'clock in the morning we're staring at the ceiling saying, that was a huge mistake.
Is the mindset that the combination keeps you more up and lucid, or?
It's caffeine, it's
Yeah.
espresso, and you put too much in, and the next thing you know,
Right.
it's hard to learn.
Steve, the old myth of you need some coffee to sober you up.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
No, it just keeps you up and drunker longer. That's pretty much it.
It's the new school Red Bull and vodka.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you guys are here to help out with Camp Out for Hunger.
We are proud and humbled to announce 60,000 pounds.
That's phenomenal.
Massive donation.
It's the least we can do. This week has been about so much less as well.
30 tons of food. That's incredible, man.
You guys have been, a staple in the area. You guys are always, I see so many charities that you guys get involved with. So you more than walk the walk. That's always seems to have been your modus operandi since the beginning, right?
Since the beginning,
Yeah.
we like to say that we happen to be a charity group that happens to make good vodka.
Right. That's right. Correct.
It's a great position to be in. Excellent. Well, listen, we can't thank you enough, and thank you for keeping Marissa lubricated.
You guys have
And for me, guys, Tito's. still got good stuff coming up, man. It's a little bit after 9 o'clock, and as I said, a little while, G Love is going to be popping up and performing for us.
He's great.
I think in this break, is it okay if I get up and play with you guys? Play with Jamison? I'm going to play a song with him.
Color My World.
It's become, yeah, we're going to do Color My World. No, it's been tradition. I get up and play with these guys every year. So they'll play this first song, and then I'll jump up and jam with them. So we invite you to be here for the Camp Out for Hunger. We would love you to come by during the morning show, but we also want to remind you, Pierre Robert comes up and does his show. Brent Porsche comes in the afternoon and does his show. In fact, this afternoon, later on around 4:30, we are going to have a Flyers pep rally. Gritty will be here, and some other members of the group are going to be stopping by.
They're putting on a big rally. What happens is, Preston, you're on your way to the game tonight.
Yep.
Head out a little earlier, make a donation, come by the pep rally, and then go over.
Ride the rides
Yes.
we have here for you, so we recommend you do that. They're playing the blues over here at the Wells Fargo Center, so that's later on today. But come by throughout the course of the day, and we would love to see you. By the way, we have breakfast from Wawa here. If you're hungry, stop by and you want to donate, that's awesome too. So, with that, yes, Case? We're going to take a break. We're going to take a break. We'll come back in a second. Come and see us at the camp.
Highway 9 from Millville, night, everybody. The fourth time we played this, for 2 years we couldn't because of COVID, and every time Preston's got up and played drums with us, and it's what we look forward to for weeks leading up to this. So, thank you, brother.
And it's always a different song.
since 1916. In your head, let's still find it. Always get tight, and their bombs, on their bombs, and words comes in your head, and you're dying. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie.
Our house band is Jamison, who's standing up here throughout the morning. They got gigs coming up. They're going to be at the Village Pub in Sewell, New Jersey on the 18th. They'll be playing at Parks Casino on November 19th. On the 26th, they'll be at Harrigan's in Hatboro. Sorry, not Hatboro.
Hatboro is a different lovely town.
Yes, there are more hats.
They all wear all sorts of hats.
Hatboro just has one hat. Hatboro has several.
Multiple.
And then they're going to be at Celtic Theater for the American Celtic Christmas, December 17th. You can check out their information at jamisoncr.com. So we thank Frank and John and Alice and Sean and Anthony and Paul, the whole crew.
If you're out that way, Preston, check Yarmouthville. It's a nice Jewish enclave.
Did not know that. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a look at traffic, see what's going on there, and then we have a guest who we're going to welcome to our mics. Kath, what you got for us this morning?
Thank you to Event Courtyard Philadelphia South at the Navy.